I gave her the biggest hug that I could. And when she saw me, she's like, oh man, finally somebody I see that's on my side.
Right, that can relate.
She was getting hit with everything left and right. And I just said, I hugged her. I said, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. Portrait.
You are the best. Now that Cheryl Miller is on Caitlin's side, an internship is exactly what's needed to put things right. Let's correct the record. Cheryl Miller is more than simply a former basketball player. She is a legend who practically invented the idea of domination in women's basketball. If anyone could improve Caitlin's skills, it would be Cheryl Miller. She was able to use pure magic to torch defenses as she slept. Cheryl is not only teaching her the technical parts of the game, but also offering advice on how to handle the hostility.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the inductee class of 1995. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame. I'm sure that I'm going to forget some people out here, but I'd like to thank Linda Sharp, my coach at USC, Bill Wall, Lynn Berry, Annie Myers, Coach Pat Summit, my mom and dad, my friends, my family. I remember reading once,
Cheryl has first-hand experience with the pressures to stand out, so she is well aware of them. She is now giving Caitlin advice on how to deal with the unique combination of talent and jealousy she experiences in the WNBA, a league that all too often sees emerging brilliance as dangerous. The collaboration between Caitlin and Cheryl Miller is excellent. It's funny how the WNBA players must be feeling at the moment, because Cheryl is such an outlier that she makes everyone around her feel like they have to prove something. This is an entirely new kind of mentoring.
Pioneers who made their marks on the hardwood, superstars of a growing sport. These are the legends of our game.
She was one of the greatest college players ever, a scholastic icon who helped the game climb to new popularity, Cheryl Miller. This two-time National High School Player of the Year received more than 250 scholarship offers. She picked USC and lived up to every expectation. This four-time All-American set USC career records for scoring, rebounding, free throws made, and steals. Those records still stand today. When her teams won NCAA titles in 1983 and 1984, she was tournament MVP each time. She was just as dominant for the 1984 Olympic gold medal team. She had a strong second act as a coach and a broadcaster. And in 1995, earned induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Because you're side-eyeing Caitlin while she's getting play BYPL training from a real legend under Cheryl's guidance. Caitlin has a strong skills mentality and, let's be honest, knows how to keep her cool under pressure.
Nelson Adota trying to save it and does. And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from three, will dip inside and lay it in. There are the first points in the WNBA career of Caitlin Clark.
Take it at the rim. Here, hesitation. You have to come out on her. Goes behind.
Cheryl's idea is simple. You show them buckets when they show you hate. Because Caitlin is learning from someone who has gone through everything and understands exactly how to deal with it, this relationship is unique. What happens when Caitlin signs with the WNBA? Most of you so-called pros would prefer to denigrate her rather than recognize her talent. She has the mindset, the skills, and the incredible range, nearly half the court. The league speaks about wanting talent, yet some of you seem as though you'd rather see her miss than see the WNBA get better. This has nothing to do with her stealing your thunder. Steph Curry is met with cold shoulders and sidelong glances rather than expressions of appreciation. Let's not act as though this is not a common occurrence. Some of you feel threatened, but Caitlin is here to make the game better, not to replace you.
That one down, and it's a big one. That's old. Clark has space. He's going to let it fly, and she's going to connect. Oh, Caitlin Clark. She waited to prime time to connect from deep. NCAA ranks. We've got some score power on the court. Watch that inside hand, that left hand. Caitlin Clark gets away with a little shove inside, creates that space. Gustafson, too much. Long rebound to the Fever. Oh, back bid like this. Don't wait. Transition defense.
For whatever reason, Cheryl is teaching Caitlin how to block off the bad emotions. Is it because she's breaking ankles and pulling up from the logo? Or is it because she's quickly gaining popularity among fans while you're preoccupied with subtweeting each other? This is probably how Cheryl would advise Caitlin. They don't want to shine blind them with every three-pointer you've got. She is teaching Caitlin to play her game fearlessly, to own every swish, every step-back three, and every move that makes WNBA players shake their heads in jealousy because of her vast experience, which has allowed her to weather the storm and still earn respect. Caitlin is in good hands because Cheryl has witnessed the worst of it. Fans have been looking forward to the WNBA All-Star Game when it was announced that rookies Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese had been selected for the 2024 WNBA All-Star team. The question of whether Clark or Reese would start for the WNBA, which is coached by renowned women's basketball player Cheryl Miller, has been hotly debated ever since. But now that the team's WNBA starting five has been disclosed, the questions might finally have an answer.
Second quarter, and Clark doing it with some defense. Comes up with the block, and then Lexi Hull finds her. Fever back within 4. Ball is trying to create. Shot clock down to 9. Here as Clark gets inside, the scoop shot falls. Indiana scoring has done it from the three-point line, has gotten to the rim, and she'll head to the foul line here momentarily.
You're taking up.
And Caitlin Clark received her final blessing by being indisputably chosen as the team's starting point guard. Additionally, we signed Connecticut Sun forward Danana Boner, Jonquil Jones, and the Dallas Wings guard Nneka Ike, a forward for the Seattle Storm, New York Library Center, Arkansas. Ogen Bali. Throughout the week, Miller has praised Clark's abilities both on and off the court. Miller had the exceptional opportunity to teach rookie stars Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, who are usually depicted in the media as rivals at the same time, while serving as the WNBA's head coach at the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, even if she isn't now in charge of a squad court. Miller made a clear remark about the supposed hostility between these two 22-year-old global superstars during an appearance on The Mark Jackson Show on September 3rd.
She doesn't jump out the gym. She's not like your 6'6", 6'5", which gives her a height advantage, a length advantage. So it has to be here. It has to be here. Because I've never seen someone offensively rebound better than her. Better than her. And she reminds me of that mentality of Dennis Rodman. Anything around the rim, loose around it, she gonna get. She gonna find a way. She just, and they used to call it, he has a nose for the ball. No, it's just something in them that every loose ball, they gonna find a way. Runs the floor, great hands, understanding. Those two being on the floor shattered whatever narrative people were trying to push. Ain't no animosity. I mean, it was fun while it lasted. But these guys, all they want to do is win. And seeing them interact off the court and shoot around and everything else, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, guys. And it was such a blessing to be a part of it.
Group. Despite being the head coach of the team, Cheryl Reeves' Team USA squad was defeated by the WNBA squad 117-109. That weekend, Miller seemed more concerned with making sure everyone she was coaching had a good time, especially the rookies Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It's funny because some of you WNBA veterans aren't attempting to appreciate Caitlin's elegance. Instead, you're behaving like she's the reason ESPN pulled down your highlights. Every time Caitlin lights up the court, Cheryl advises her to hold her head up and approach the arena with pride because she knows that Cheryl's knowledge is behind her, fueling her moves and mindset. While Caitlin is out there draining shots from the parking lot, you guys are perspiring more than LeBron during the championships. Or what about when Caitlin uses a step-back three to send opponents reeling? She resembles Allen Iverson at his best. You cross people up and send them running for their trainers instead of treating some of you WNBA players with dignity. Treat her with kindness. Even though Cheryl is only another rookie, she has her back and Caitlin knows how to handle the fire. So keep watching as she sinks another 30-footer as if it were no big deal. Not only is this relationship important, but it is also historic. Cheryl Miller and Caitlin Clark are comparable to Michael Jordan coaching Luka Doncic. There are irrevocable repercussions when two basketball players with such high IQs get together. Cheryl is teaching Caitlin how to deal with criticism and preparing her for success in a league that sometimes doesn't identify outstanding potential until it's too late.
And she had a little fiery attitude going back, just all competitive. And that's what it's about. And she's ready for this moment, as I said in that first half, and she is showing and proving why right now. Atkins off the window.
Harrington off the mark as Clark steps into a three.
Connecticut, second last in the league in three-point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves and rattles one in.
It's time for all of you WNBA players to accept reality. Because of Cheryl's influence, Caitlin is growing stronger. With Cheryl Miller's confidence, she is competing for records, MVPs, and highlights. While you are busy whining about Caitlin's excellent stats like prime shack under the rim, the distinction is that Caitlin is doing it with grace and with the support of one of the most respected names in the game, whereas Shaw was at least well known for his power. The biggest storyline surprise in the WNBA saga is the collaboration between Caitlin Clark and Cheryl Miller. Despite your criticism, Caitlin and Cheryl Miller are creating a legacy, therefore this is a wake-up call. The next time you witness Caitlin Clark dominating the court, remember that she has Cheryl Miller on her side. Cheryl has probably already given her 5 additional methods to blow your defense apart while you're all gathered around trying to figure out how to manage her game. For a league that has been so hesitant to accept Caitlin's talent, Cheryl is teaching her how to make it famous. Caitlin is unrepentant and has the legend's backing when she shows up.
Pace. Clark outside, and that's good.
Clark trying to shake free Mabry all over. Here is Clark. Clark separating, taking, and hitting. Caitlin Clark with a difficult look from deep. A locked-in face.
Locked-in face.
Clark a deep three. You bet. Could have held for one, did not, but able to hit. Here's the flick ahead. Melissa Smith lays it in on the delivery from Clark. She finally missed one. Kennedy Carter had been 6 for 6 from the floor. Here's Clark. Finds the cutter. Boston inside for...
WNBA, get ready. You can choose to take action or keep denying that Caitlin isn't the real deal. But you can be certain that Cheryl Miller's protege has her consent for every shot she takes and every record she breaks. She's here to shatter the mold, and she's doing it in style, not to fit in.